When you do something called double stops, you're playing two notes at the same time on the guitar. Double stops. That term is derived from violin. When a violinist bows two notes at the same time and fingers them with their left hand, that was known as a double stop, and we borrow that terminology from violin literature from way back centuries ago. But a double stop on the guitar is just hitting two strings at the same time. And there's a variety of ways to do that, but what I like to do when I'm doing blues is to use my fingers. You can use picking fingers, though. If you like hybrid picking, you could hold the pick between your thumb and forefinger and then use your middle to pluck the other string. But in this case, I'm more comfortable at finger style. I'm going to use my thumb and my finger. So what you do is you play two notes at the same time. You play the blue note at the 8th fret of your G string at the same time as the A note, the root, at the 5th fret of your high E string. Creates that dissonant tritone right there. That we've talked about tritones, that interval. So that's pretty cool, but then you resolve it by going two notes at the same time. All the notes I played were below the note A. The note A is the constant. That's the one that keeps playing while the other notes change. Now, I don't like to merely play those notes in order like that. I like to play them in this order. And that's kind of a Stevie Ray Vaughan sort of deal. You'll hear others, George Benson and people like that. It's a great blues lick. So here's what I'm doing. 7th fret on my G, 5th fret on my E. Then I hammer on the 8th fret of my G. Pull it back off to the 7th fret, and then pull that off to the 5th fret. Da-ya-da, da-ya-da, da-ya-da. It's that rhythm. Then after that, you can do just about anything. You could be as simple as just hitting the A root like this. Or you could keep going and add other thoughts to that. But even just that one lick is pretty cool. Nice trick Stevie Ray used to do is not only would he do that on the 1 chord, on the A chord, he would do it on the 4 chord too. When it went to the 4 chord, he'd move it up to the 10th fret. So he'd go like... So that can be moved around to match the 1, 4, and 5 chords of the key. That's kind of a cool thing that Stevie Ray used to do, is take licks and move them with the chords. Hendrix did that before Stevie Ray. But we don't need a different scale and a different lick for every chord. We can sometimes just move these scales and licks to match the chords. And that's a real good lesson to get from one of the greatest blues players of all time, Stevie Ray Vaughan. So again, we're using the A minor blues scale. Which by itself is very cool, but it's a lot cooler when you got some licks, when you have some vocabulary. And then when you have a blues feeling and you get this kind of blues inflection going, your playing sounds a lot more authentic. It definitely sounds like it belongs in the music. It's not just memorized licks, and it's not just doing things mechanically that you learned from some article in a magazine or some web page or something. You're feeling it. You're feeling that blues. Expressing yourself a little bit more with the notes and the sounds that you get within this scale. Not just doing things by rote, but doing things from feeling, and that's super important. Blues is a feeling. It's not just memorized things, but sometimes we have to learn licks. We have to get a little bit of vocabulary together, and then take that vocabulary and learn to express ourselves with it. All right, Guitar-Aliens, hope you enjoyed that. I'm definitely going to tab some of this out. I'll tab out that blues scale. I will tab out both of those licks, lick number 1 and lick number 2, so that you have access to them and can learn them for yourself. And Let me know if you like this video by liking it, clicking like. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to click the notify bell to be notified of upcoming videos. Whenever I come out with one of these, you'll be notified. And you can go right to YouTube and check it out. All right, get to Lalines. You take care. Bye-bye.